Hi, this is Roger. I'm in the frozen food section of a local grocery store and I'm making some decisions. And I just thought that I would share with you some of my thought process. Why? Well, like many of us, many of you, I get busy during the school year. When I'm working, I've got long days and I don't have time often to have a full, properly prepared meal. And so often I'll reach for prepared foods. Prepared foods aren't ideal, but they're what some of us have to do. So here's how I make a decision about what prepared food to use. I'm here in the frozen food section of the grocery store and the choices are huge. Back in the day when I first started a vegan diet, it was really hard to find prepared vegan food. Now there are lots and lots of choices, but not all of these choices are really good. So I'm going to take a look at some of the ones I'm going to end up keeping and some of the ones I'm going to put back. This here is going to be a putter backer. It's pakoras, but it's got yogurt in it, and that's a dairy product, not for me. This one here is another one that's going back. It's a lean and light noodle dish. So it checks out. The label is really good. There's quite a bit of protein, not too much sugar. The protein sugars are about equal. That's what you want. You don't want a ton of sugar and not much protein with it. It's got no trans fat. That's excellent. But the problem was when I read the ingredients, it goes like this. It's got organic rice pasta as the first ingredient. Well, the problem with that is all flours are things that are going to raise your blood insulin, and in processed foods, that's a real problem. Not only are the processed foods not good for you, you don't want them to send your insulin up as well too. Here's another one that I'm not sold on. The ingredient list is long. That's usually a bad sign. And the first ingredient is vegetables. Hey, that's pretty good. Spinach, red bell pepper, etc. And I read down through and there's only a handful of chemical names. Now if you don't recognize the name, it's probably a chemical. You don't want too many of them in your food. You want a whole food. Here's one that's going to go back. This one, the first ingredient is vital wheat gluten. Now, I don't have a hate on for gluten, but I need you to know that gluten is just one component of flour. So when you've got just a food that lists gluten separately, that means they've separated out the whole food. You want to avoid that. Flour is not particularly good for you, and just one component of the flour is not that good either. Here's one that's going to be a keeper, I believe. They're frozen pakoras. And when I looked at it, the first ingredient looked really good to me. And here we are. Cabbage, peas, potatoes, carrots, corn, peppers, etc. right through without any chemicals. So it's frozen, so I know it's going to be preserved, but there are literally no chemicals in there, no trans fats, low sugar, and a decent amount of protein. This is a keeper. That's what you're looking for in your foods. You're looking for something that, of course, has no trans fat, doesn't have a lot of sugar, separate sugar listed as an ingredient, put it back. You want whole foods listed as the ingredient. You don't want a lot of chemical names. It's okay if they've added some vitamins. You might see some B1, B12 added to the list. That's fine. You don't want to see preservatives, any chemical names you see. You don't want to see emulsifiers. So that's me picking out some prepared foods to help me get through the coming work week. This has been Roger. This has been a tip on fitness, health, and nutrition, encouraging you, even if you're going for prepared foods or packaged foods, to still eat healthy and eat fresh. Take care, subscribe for more videos, and have a nice day.